So when Indian Accent opened, it flopped, right?
In the beginning, people used to walk out of the restaurant after seeing the menu. Like, हमें समझ में नहीं आया menu. At this point of time, nobody was doing tasting menus.
Yeah. Were you dispirited?
We didn't have any fear.
Why?
Nobody knew Manish Mehrotra. In the beginning, we did crazy things.
Like what?
We did a Navratra bento box.
Were you aware then that there was very successful modern Indian food in London being done by people like Vineet Bhatia, Atul Kochhar?
My food is a bit different from everyone because I had too many components which goes in the dish.
At what stage did people start calling you India's best chef, India's greatest chef?
I was very confident of the food, what I was doing.
No insecurity?
I think I was very happy about it because I had support from everyone.
At the peak of your career, you walked away.
Not only salary, I left a lot of money also.
Why?
You are working and you are not enjoying that job. That time, I think it's time you should say, now it's time for me to leave.
Where is your legacy? Rolling. I'm here talking to Manish Mehrotra, for long known as the greatest chef in India, winner of our first food superstars, and I think by common consent, a genius. Manish, as you know, has opened what is now Delhi's hottest restaurant, Nisaba. We'll talk about that, but we'll talk about a bit more. We'll talk about the early years of struggle, how difficult it was getting Indian Accent to succeed, his triumphs, his personal sadness and tragedies, and of course, what he'll do next. Manish Mehrotra, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's now customary when we interview to say India's greatest chef, top of the top 30 in the Culinary Culture Food Superstars list, so good that we've taken you off the list to give everyone a chance, etc. So let's skip all that stuff and take it as given. And let's do the early days of Indian Accent. And the truth was, when Indian Accent opened, it flopped, right? So tell us about that.
So when Indian Accent started, first thing we were in a remote location which nobody knew.
This is the Manor Hotel in Friends
Manor
Colony.
Hotel. Like nobody knew that.
Maybe 3-4 people who lived nearby walked past.
Yes.
A few birds flew over, but nobody knew it.
Nobody knew that because Friends Colony was never very famous. Only New Friends Colony was famous in terms of general Delhi people. So that was one challenge. Second challenge was the type of food I was doing. Because
go back slightly. The hotel where you were located existed already.
Yes.
Yes. And it was built for friends of Mr. Manohar, or whoever the owner was, right?
Yes.
Rohit Khattar, who you worked for at that stage, took that hotel over on lease.
Yes.
Yes. There was a dining room over there for which very valiant attempts had been made to turn it into a modern Indian restaurant. Vineet Bhatia had opened a restaurant there. It had not succeeded. Abhijit Saha had opened a restaurant. It had been a dismal failure. But Rohit still thought he could make a restaurant in that remote location work. Did you agree?
I think Mr. Khattar took that property because of the hotel, and the property was beautiful, and the design and everything was beautiful. Because first, the restaurant which started was on the lines of drift. So it was European and that kind of a restaurant. And there was another chef called Shubhan. So, he went to Australia, I think. So he was the chef of that place, and he joined and started running.
This is Mr. Khattar.
Yeah, with Mr. Khattar. So that didn't work that well.
You had worked for Mr. Khattar at Oriental Octopus
yes.
in Delhi.
Yes.
He had sent you to London, and you were working now at a restaurant called Tamarai,
yes.
which was a nightclub distinguished by Pan-Asian food, whatever that is.
Yes.
And you were working because you were an Oriental chef over there.
Yes.
Meantime, Mr. Khattar opens his version of the Manor Hotel.
Yes.
institutes a coffee shop type restaurant as you would in a hotel, and it fails. Now tell me story.
So when I was in Tamarai, because Tamarai means the lotus in Tamil.
Okay.
So we had some connections. So we used to have few dishes which was South Indian, like modern South Indian kind of a dishes. So we used to do lamb chop with upakari, then salmon tayar sadam, like Scottish smoked salmon filled with curd rice and garnished with ketta, and so that was my first chance of doing modern Indian kind of
Okay.
a food, which was slightly different than a regular Indian. And there I got a bit of a confidence that yes, I can do Indian khana.
Where did this come from? You never cooked Indian food in your life.
But Indian food was always around, and I was always books. Wherever I can get the information about Indian khana and all these things. So I was always eager to learn whatever things come to in my way. So I had a lot of books, and I keep on doing research and learning in the kitchen. अच्छा आज staff के लिए बिरयानी बनाएंगे, आज staff के लिए ये बनाएंगे. And London, when you are in London, you miss all those things in a pan-Asian restaurant. So Sundays when it's not busy, you keep on doing these things in kitchen. So that is how I would say that thing came. And when planning a menu for Tamarai, South Indian dishes, modern South Indian dishes were there. So that was my first.
That was your basis.
First.
So you took this idea to Rohit?
Yes, to open a Indian restaurant, but it would be an Indian khana which I want to cook. Because if you ask me to cook a nihari and biryani and all these things, at that point of time I said, I won't be able to do that. So I will do a restaurant. So he said, okay, make the menu. So first menu was made in London. Then I started doing the trials of the menu. And I think first outsider who tried that menu was Faye Mashler.
Okay. Who was then the leading British food critic.
So she was the first one who came to Tamarai and tasted that menu. And she really enjoyed it.
Okay.
She really liked it very much. And that gave me even more confidence. Then I came back to Delhi and started doing trials here because ingredients and all these things. We did trials here in 2008. And everybody tasted. Few people came and tried the food and everything. So everybody liked it. And almost menu was final. And we were supposed to start in 2008 October. We were ready to start, but that Taj attack happened in 2008 October. So that was not a correct time to do something. So then we postponed it I went back to London, and when we postponed it to March 9th, 2009. And then we started in an accent.
And how many people came in the first 2 months?
Very few. After the invitees, when we done with the invitees and all these things, when Charles Metcalfe came to do the wine list and all these things, after all these invitees and preview parties and all finished, very few.
Were you dispirited?
It felt bad, but I think we didn't have any fear.
Why?
Because nobody knew Manish Mehrotra, nobody knew that restaurant, nobody, there was knew that hotel. So
did you take any comfort from the fact that everyone had flopped in that room?
No, I don't think so. But the thing, I was very confident of the food, what I was doing, and then slowly going in the restaurant and talking to people, what they like, what they don't. And in the beginning, we did crazy things.
Like what?
We did a Navratra bento box.
I saw
in
that.
2009. It was a crazy kind of a Navratra bento box. We served Navratra khana in the bento box. And that was in 2009. Like, nobody was doing bento boxes.
Nobody knew what a bento box was.
Huh?
Nobody knew what a bento box was.
So 2009 was the Navratra khana, swang ke chawal ka sushi bana ke, and all funny things. Then I did next Navratra, I did a American diner kind of a Navratra platter where
Navratra hot dog.
so all these funny
All right.
sandwiches and all these things, Sundays with a Sharifek ice cream sundae and all these funny things. So we
Did it work? Did you get customers?
People came and all, but it happened. But everything started happening 2012.
Okay, so
2012.
between 2009 and 2012, the restaurant lost money.
I don't know whether we lose money. Yes, we
You
were
lost money
losing,
because
yes.
he wasn't charging you rent and all that, but you would have lost money as well.
But the thing is, we were started doing catering at that time. And then this food started becoming popular in a home sit down, because at this point of time, nobody was doing tasting menus.
Yeah.
And people really enjoyed table for 12 in their house, table for 10 in their house, doing a tasting
So you would
menu.
go to their houses? and do
Yes. I used to go and do catering.
But when you walked into a restaurant that was empty, was it depressing?
It was. You didn't feel happy about it. But yes.
There's a story to the effect that at the end of the first year, you went to Rohit and said, "Are you sure you want to keep doing this?"
I don't remember having that kind of a conversation.
Because he remembers it. He says,
Or maybe I don't know, but I don't remember that conversation. If that happened, that I want to close it. But the thing is, we were doing caterings and we were doing some, and random people were coming. It's not that people are not coming, but yes, lunches were really, really poor. Dinner was still okay. And I still remembering that time the first tasting menu was 875 rupees.
Right.
Now, and I don't think so. There is a dish on Indian accent menu which is 875 rupees.
True. So then what changes after about 2 years of an empty restaurant?
After a year, dinner was becoming okay. People were something new in the town, but still that location was such that people used to dread crossing Ashram Chowk. So we used to get a lot of local people, and so I think 2012, first thing that Foodistan happened.
Tell us about Foodistan.
Foodistan was fun, I think. Foodistan.
Many people don't realize that in many ways was how you came to the attention of the general public, no?
And towards my Indian side,
Yeah.
that as an Indian chef. So Foodistan was, I think, I was the only chef who didn't give a trade test or a screen test or anything like that. So yeah, and it happened, and I was really, really excited about it. And best part was it was.
But I mean, people may not remember Foodistan, but it was essentially a competition between Pakistani chefs and Indian chefs. Yes, and the Pakistanis came in and they did their niharis and their very meat-heavy cuisine.
Yes.
And on the other hand, you had many Indian chefs, but you also had Manish Mehrotra, who had no experience of their kind of food. You were doing a very delicate modern Indian influence food. So the contrast was great. Did you expect to win?
Whatever I was doing, I was very happy about, because it was different from everyone else. So I was quite happy about it. And the best part was that the show, I've attended many shows after that and went and judged. That till now, I think that show was the best managed show and completely honest show, because nobody got extra time or extra ingredient or extra anything. It was like a proper competition.
But you had Siddharth Basu's production.
Yes.
And from NDTV side, you had Monica and Tanu Ganguly doing it, who really were professionals that did it properly. No?
Yeah.
That made so much difference.
True.
And the thing I noticed about you in Foodistan is that often what happens is they announce and Manish Mehrotra gets 9, etc. And most chefs look happy and smile. You started doing this and jumping up and down. Was this your personality, or you were hamming it up?
I don't think so now. Maybe that time it might be feeling happy about it, but nothing of that sort. I am not like that.
You're not like that at all. So I just wondered. There was sort of hidden ham inside Manish that we hadn't realized.
No, I don't think so. Now even I'm...
Now you're even more introverted.
Calm, I would say.
Okay, so you win Foodistan. You go back, and from I remember, you did a tent cart in Indian accent, which did
The
some
Foodistan
Foodistan
menu.
dishes.
Yes.
And does it start taking off there?
Yes. After that, people started coming, and we started becoming busy, and lunches improved, and dinner started becoming sold out. There was a veranda outside where used to be a sofa and a seating, kind of a drawing room, kind of a seating with a sofa and all. We have to remove that sofa, put tables there, and there was a small room in the next building which we started using as a PDR for 20 people. So things started moving, and then the reservation started. So yeah.
At what stage did people start calling you India's best chef, India's greatest chef?
And then 2013, I think Asia's 50 Best happened. There were many restaurants. We were also one of them. That was the first Asia's 50 Best. And that gave us, that for one event, Gagan and Darshan both came.
That Darshan Munidasa.
Darshan Munidasa and Gagan both came, and all three of us did two dishes in the Manor Lawn. So that was one thing so all these things started, and then media attention and everything started coming. They're doing something different. This is happening. Modern Indian, first modern Indian. So all these things started happening. So became busy.
So was it a vindication of what you had done, given that it had been so unsuccessful to begin with?
Yes, I think yes, because in the beginning, people used to walk out of the restaurant after seeing the menu.
Really? Come and see the menu and walk out?
Like, हमें समझ में नहीं आया menu.
Really?
हमें समझ में नहीं आया menu. Like, what is this rice crusted red snapper with Kerala moili and asparagus and beans, fugat? They didn't understand these things. They were looking for you don't have biryani, you don't serve papad and all these things. So these things happen.
And even when you served the local dishes, it was a bit tongue-in-cheek. No? The classic Bukhara dal appears on your menu as dairy dal.
Dairy dal,
yeah. So you were conscious of what you were doing?
Yes. Tasting, my philosophy is whatever you do, however you do, and the taste of the thing should be good. That taste is supreme. So that is one thing. And few things I've learned from other chefs who did Indian khana in a modern way, like presenting a big lobster, and it goes on the table without even looking at the lobster. Guest say, iske char wo karke le aao, divide karke le aao. So, and that becomes difficult.
Yeah.
So I planned and did my dishes in such a way that if you want to eat it individually, it is fine. But the thing is, it's still shareable, and you can eat it as a family style.
Do you remember any of the early dishes?
Many.
Like what?
Rice custard John Dory moili, one Chyawanprash cheesecake.
What is Chyawanprash cheesecake?
That was funny thing. It was a cheesecake with a brush of Chyawanprash, kind of a glaze on top, and served with badam milk. So,
okay. How do you think of that?
It's nostalgia part.
Nostalgia for what?
A nostalgia of a Chyawanprash. Like everybody has some kind of a good or bad memory of Chyawanprash. So that
worked best with a cheesecake and badam milk.
Because cheesecake can tone it down.
Okay,
and at that time, nobody was doing baked cheesecake.
No.
Everybody was doing the frozen cheesecakes. So I thought it will work. But some people smiled, some people made faces.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was something. And then we used to do that phantom cigarette with the I think banana cake, with the phantom cigarette. Then Old Monk rum ball.
What's an Old Monk rum ball?
It was like a chocolate ball with lots of chocolate and Old Monk, and we used to flambe it on the table with the Old Monk. Yeah. So that then Doda Barfi treacle tart,
which is still
classic. Then pork ribs.
Yeah.
Meetha
which
achar
were
pork
called
rib.
Chilean pork ribs.
Chilean pork rib, because that time it was coming from, we were getting supplies from Chile. I
Okay.
don't know why, but yeah. So that was Chilean pork ribs.
So let's take one of those dishes. Let's take the Chilean pork ribs, which have
ribs,
become a signature and have
Yes.
been copied so often that I don't even want to,
Yeah.
to talk about the people who've copied them. How did you think of that?
That was where my Pan-Asian background really helped me.
Okay.
Because Chinese pork ribs, when you eat, in London, when Tamarai was happening, we used to go to a restaurant called Mayfair in Shaftesbury Avenue and Mayflower. It was a Chinese restaurant. It used to open till 4 o'clock in the morning. So after finishing the shift, all of us, we used to go there and eat. And there we used to duck this crispy pork ribs in a sweet and sour pork ribs and all. So that thing was still there in my mind. And that thing, I did it with the chunda achar.
That's right.
So chunda achar was, everybody is like, हमारे घर में भी होता था. So that I thought it will go very well with chunda achar. So that's how that pork ribs happened.
And then you started doing these little naans and kulchas and all that. How did that happen?
Blue cheese naan. Blue cheese
naan became a signature. So
yes.
Most Indians at that stage didn't like blue cheese. So why did you do it?
So blue cheese and bread used to happen most of the places when you go. London mein har jagah. So London really helped me in getting these kind of a flavors in my things. So blue cheese, London mein we used to go to places, और जहाँ पे भी जाते थे cheese platter होता था. So blue cheese and bread. So that we tried. We tried it with Gorgonzola, Roquefort, Stilton. Nothing worked. Then Danish blue, which tried, which maintained the flavor. But it took really long time to balance it, because blue cheese was like too high, too low. So it took little time and this size.
Were you aware then that you were creating dishes that would live on?
I don't know, because I was just creating different things on a daily basis. Nargisi kofta, so like a soft center when you cut the kofta.
But that was a London dish.
Yeah, kofta will ooze out, that yolk will ooze out.
But that is Heston Blumenthal's Scotch egg. No?
Something like that. So I was trying different things, and then kulchas happened. That bacon kulcha, butter chicken kulcha, wild mushroom kulcha, because mushroom naan was happening everywhere.
Yeah.
But mushroom naan was not stuffed ones. On top, they used to put mushroom, and like a garlic naan, they used to put it in an oven. But mushroom kulcha, which is stuffed ones, that I think I did the first one. We were the first one to do.
Okay, let's settle this once and for all. The mushroom naan is Vineet Bhatia?
Mushroom naan, yes. But I remember his was on top. He used to stick those mushrooms
with a little truffle oil. And the mushroom kulcha?
The stuffed ones with the mushroom confit.
Is Manish Mehrotra.
That I did.
Because that's one of those great debates on cuisine. Who copied who? So they're two totally different dishes.
Yeah, two totally different dishes, yes.
People said then about your food that A, it was different. B, nobody realized that this was different because you couldn't really do all the typical niharis and deep Lucknowi curries and all that. That wasn't part of your background. And C, because you didn't have that, what you fell back on were your own memories. So there was a lot of nostalgia in your food.
It was a lot of memories, the cheesecake, that cigarette, and all these things were nostalgia.
The rumballs. Sort of misspent youth, no?
Yes. Rumball was I'm from Taj, and Taj mein jo bullseye ka jo culture tha, with the heavy dose chocolate with the vanilla ice cream on top. So that kind of a thing was always there. चाहे वो टोटोरिया में होता हो, चाहे वो कहीं और होता हो.
You're not pretending you only drank old rum when you make
No. I don't like. Even in college, I never used to drink Old Monk.
Really? What would you drink?
College, we used to drink beer and all these things, but I was never an Old Monk.
So it wasn't that was your tribute to the drink of your childhood.
No. But the thing is, Old Monk is, when I started working on that dish, the Old Monk was one thing which was like third largest selling rum in the world and all these things. And I have seen the cult following of Old Monk. People,
Yeah, but by then people not serving it at fancy restaurants. Huh?
yeah.
You brought it back
So
in a way.
and
The
especially
phantom
the food.
cigarette had been
Yes,
forgotten. I
absolutely.
don't even know how you found the manufacturer.
Ranchi.
In Ranchi.
I saw it in Ranchi because Delhi में मिलती भी नहीं थी
हाँ,
उस समय.
बिल्कुल
I used to ask my brother to send it from Ranchi.
Really?
Yes.
And the Haji Ali fruit cream?
That is again
Is that
my
nostalgia or again you saw that?
nostalgia. Again, nostalgia from college days. We used to be in Dadar. We used to go to Haji Ali and Hali Ali Cafe, and we used to eat that Sitapal cream.
Now, you created all these dishes really around 2009 to 2012. That's probably one of your most creative phases.
I think so,
Yeah.
yes.
And that sets the template for what we now call modern Indian food.
Yes.
Were you aware then that there was very successful modern Indian food in London being done by people like Vineet Bhatia, Atul Kochhar, which was completely different from yours?
It was completely different because they were still their cuisine was still based on traditional curries and traditional flavors. Whether they are doing a, a wild boar, but it will be wild boar in a Rajasthani lal mas style, and the same curries and all. My cuisine, my food is a bit different from everyone because I had too many components which goes in the dish.
Explain that.
Explain like rice custard, John Dory moili, I would say that moili is there, which is silk and smooth, like creamy. And then there is a porial in the asparagus and beans porial that is like a crunch. Then the rice is crusted with a moili, the John Dory or a red snapper. Then it gives different texture. And the garnish with the banana chips, again, different texture. So in one dish, there are so many different components that makes it different from...
So was this because you had lots of time in your hands because your restaurant was empty?
Maybe because we had a good team at that point of time. A lot of youngsters,
most of whom we've now heard of.
So a lot of youngsters, whether it's Himanshu, Saurabh, Parminder, a lot of youngsters were there in my kitchen. And Shantanu came late. Shantanu came. There was another chef called Gurpreet.
Who went to Punjab Grill.
I
remember him.
He was the first one who left and joined Punjab Grill. So all these people, when
anybody talking to you now, will say he's a very mild-mannered man. You have a reputation within the industry of being a very nice man. When you opened this restaurant, everybody wanted it to succeed because people love you so much. Is it true that when you get into the kitchen, you stop being this nice, mild-mannered man and start using maa bahan ki galis and shouting a lot?
No, I used to shout because the thing is...
Used to, Abhini?
But after this Nisaba, my people who have worked with me earlier, they are surprised. Touch wood. I want to be happy.
So how much did you used to shout?
I used to be wild sometimes. I used to be wild. And what makes me wild is if you don't know something, it is okay, you are making a mistake. But the thing which you know and you are making a mistake because of your negligence or carelessness, that is not correct. Because if there is a complaint, I don't send a person who's cooking there to the guest. I go and face the music.
Is it true that the kitchen language generally is Hindi?
English, now English, Hindi, both.
But in those days, Hindi?
Yeah, Hindi.
And that made it easier to do galis? This is true?
You can say that. You can say that.
So when did you calm down?
Slowly, definitely. You tone down, you get... and when the kitchen gets settled, people know what they are doing, and it starts running as a well-oiled machinery. Then you feel, okay, things are good, and people are enjoying in the restaurant, and people who are working in your kitchen are happy and enjoying working there. Then it's fine.
Is there a different kitchen, Manish?
I don't think so. And whatever used to happen, it used to happen only during... sometimes in the service. Otherwise never used to happen. Okay,
so I want to talk about why you left. and why you left when you were at the peak. None of the stuff about I wanted new challenges and all that
No,
crap.
no,
The
not,
full
not,
story, true
not,
story.
not,
Okay.
no challenges and all. But the thing is, I joined in 1996, 6th of June,
Okay.
and all of us, we were called to now Wellington Mews, Taj Wellington Mews. At that time, it was an office.
That's right.
It was not a hotel. And all of us, we were called, and we gave our letters and all. And first day, we went to Taj. And everybody's file was kept. And we didn't know whether we are going to get Taj, we are going to get Flight Kitchen, whether we are going to get President. Nobody knew. And everybody was asked to pick up the file. And we booked, and then we got to know that I got President Hotel. I was very disappointed.
You wanted the Taj.
I wanted the Taj.
Okay.
Everybody wanted the Taj. And still, I was a bit lucky I was not in a Flight Kitchen.
Yeah.
Because people who
Could
got
have been
Flight
worse.
Kitchen,
Could have been worse.
like really, really bad. So, and honestly, at that time, for us, it was Taj, 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 Taj. I didn't know Ananda Solomon. I didn't know Thai Pavilion. I didn't know Trattoria and all these things.
Had you even eaten Thai food? Nothing. No,
Nothing,
okay.
nothing. No idea of Thai food.
You were just this boy from Patna.
Yes, yes. So just finished the college. Thai food, yes. College, we did theme dinners and all these things. Thai food, yes, we did. But no idea of Thai food. So we bit disappointed, but okay. That was fine. Then we went to the Thai Pavilion and worked there. Then I joined India Habitat, Rohit, in 2000. So 24 years.
You moved to Delhi then?
No, I moved to Delhi because Delhi was closer to house. I had my own house here. So, and everybody wanted to shift to Delhi. But when I left my job without any job in my hand, I got real good firing from my parents and everyone in the house. How can you leave your Taj job? So, now today's people leave their job just like
All
that.
the time. Yeah.
All the time. Or us samay, everybody was so angry. How can you leave Taj ka job without even job in your hand? What we are going to do here? So then I got here. I gave trials and of Thai food and.
You were rejected by Pan Asian, no?
Yes, I was rejected. But Pan Asian was not opened. At that time, it was still in a pre-opening stages. So I got rejected there. And then I joined Oriental Octopus, and
Which was the restaurant Rohit Khattar ran at the India
Habitat Center.
Which was
it was
a Thai
just
restaurant.
started. Yeah, it was just started. It was like 7-8 months of that. And the chef was not there. There were 2 Thai chefs. And it was not doing that well. I still remember, I think it was 23,000 rupees a day ka sale. So slowly, I joined.
So Oriental Octopus is not doing that well, and you take the job.
I took as a second in command because there were Thai chefs, Thai couple
Yeah.
was there. And I joined in October. December, I got my first promotion. And February onwards, I got the charge of the restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah. So I started doing that. Then I went to Thamrai
In London.
and did Thamrai and then worked there for almost 3.5, 4 years. And by the time I was in London, we started Indian Accent. Yes. So I ran Indian Accent for 16 years.
Yeah.
16 years. And it was a great run. I learned so much. I evolved so much. But after working for so many years, first thing was in my mind was I have to take a break.
Okay.
Because a lot of things happened during the Indian Accent. A lot of things happened in my life also. And COVID happened. My wife passed away. My daughter was getting bigger. And we were only 2 of us in the house.
You haven't talked about your wife's passing away. You've always glossed over it. But it must have pretty much devastated you, no?
It was. And it was really sudden. All of us, we didn't see it
Coming.
happening. And it was just 11 months and it started and it's gone. So we didn't have that much of time over to think about it. So it was very, very quick. And then my daughter was in 8th standard at that point of time.
And you have just had one daughter. And
one daughter.
it's just the 2 of you.
Yes, 2 of us, yes. Then later my mother came and she was also getting old. So I had to get her here. So then she came, and then ninth standard, 10th board, 11th, 12th. This was a crucial time
Yeah.
for my daughter also. She was also growing up. So then we became really close, because when I was at Indian Accent, my wife was there. I used to travel so much. I used to go, New York khul raha hai, London was opening, and all these things were happening. So I had, I was hardly at home, and always in the restaurant, because Indian Accent was, I had to be there. So I didn't give that much of time, which I was supposed to. So I wanted a little bit of break. And I think there's a time for everything, for everyone to be at certain place. What I felt that I you don't enjoy your work sometimes. I don't know, there are different reasons. But when you feel that you are working and you're not enjoying that job, that time I think it's time you should say, now it's time for me to leave.
When did you stop enjoying Indian Accent?
I would say after 2021.
That's around the pandemic.
After pandemic, I would say.
And your wife passes away when?
2020.
So in many ways, that was the turning point.
Yes. And I think 2022 onwards, I was like, I'm not too happy about it. Working. Things were changing all over. And in my life, in my family, in my work environment, all things were changing. So I was not very happy. And I was thinking of to do, but I didn't have anything in my hand. Then I started.
People who saw you during that period said that while outwardly with guests, etc., you were always the same, that they sensed that inwardly you had become more shrunken, more thinking inside, not that much outgoing. People never knew what you were really thinking. You'd become a little more irritable. Is that fair?
Yes, and I was a bit close. I have a very close knit friends. I you will not find. I really don't enjoy now going to a event or a party and all these things. I don't enjoy that much. I have a very close knit circle of friends and my daughter.
Yeah.
Now we every day we talk to each other, and she is my real big strength.
And she's well on her way to becoming a great chef herself, right?
I don't know about that, but she's the one who really gives me strength. She and my brother, two people really, after that, they really stood behind me along with my friends. Again, a very close network of friends. Mukta, she is one of my backbones in everything. So that really helped me.
Do you just, I'm spitballing here, do you just think that you coped badly with the grief because this was followed by the pandemic and you never really spoke that much about it, but you became a different person, a person who had sadness inside and didn't really enjoy what was happening outside?
I won't say that much, but yes, it affected me a lot. Yeah. And I would say it really helped me also to go through all these things. And now when I see my daughter and we discuss, we travel together, that really gave me a lot of strength.
And happiness.
And happiness. So that is why now I'm back on the floor.
Okay.
Now I'm back on the floor.
So at what stage did you say, I've done this long enough, I'm not enjoying it, I'm going to go?
2022 onwards.
Onwards? What time, when did you tell your bosses?
So, Old World Hospitality, Ekatra, Indian Accent, that company, I was always under bond from the day one. I don't think so. I worked in a contract, basically. I was always, before my first one finishes, before that I used to get a new contract.
Okay.
And definitely it was mutual. It's not that nobody told me. And whatever money and all, everything was fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Is it true to say you were the highest paid chef in India when you walked out?
I don't know whether highest paid chef, but yes, in the company I was highest paid.
No, but generally also.
No, I honestly no idea about that. But yes, I was the highest paid in the company. I was the highest paid.
And you were willing to walk out of all that?
Yes.
You were walking out on Indian accent, which you created. You were walking out really on the legend of Manish Mehrotra, which is now world famous. You were walking out on a great salary. And you really had, you what, 50? Or you?
I'm 52, yeah.
You're 50. So 50 you made it. You had the uncertain prospect of making a success of it again. Didn't frighten you?
It did. Sometimes it really, I used to get up in the night. But then I think I was, after 1 year spending time and everything, I was happy. And I thought, "Okay, I think I can do it.
Yeah.
I
So
can
when
do
you
it."
said you were leaving, how did your employers take it?
Not very happy about it. Not
Are you
very happy about
surprised?
it.
Yeah.
Not very happy about it. And but I think at some point, he was also getting that idea that because 2021 my uh, contract was getting over and the new contract was coming, and I said that I'm not going to do the new contract, but still I did. But that contract, I had a thing that I can, after 1 year, I can leave.
Okay.
So that contract I left, and not only salary, I left a lot of money also.
So when the story got out that you were thinking of leaving, millions of people must have approached you.
First thing, we try to keep it a secret that I'm like, my notice period was 3 months. So I was like not about to tell even Shantanu, who was working day to day with me, that I'm leaving and all these things. But yes, I was getting ready and I was preparing these boys, Rijul, Shantanu, Dheeraj, with their, okay, they start taking charge and all. So I think they must have realized that there is something happening behind the scenes. But
But by the time you opened Indian Accent Bombay, you knew you were going.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. So then I got a lot of offers from different places, different people,
All
guests,
kinds of people, right?
all kinds of people, all kinds
Street food guys,
from
barbecue guys, all
so
kinds of-
from the builders to politicians to industrialists and all. They were ready to invest money and they were ready to open restaurant with me in outside India also. But honestly, for 1 year I didn't even want to think about that. So that what, like, we started traveling July onwards, went to Japan, went to South India, full tour, went to different cities, and then she went to college. We roamed around the US, like, so
that was your year off.
a year off. So I was very, very happy about it.
So when you took your year off, what did you actually do? Everybody asks that. But basically, it seems to me you did nothing. You just spent time with your daughter.
Daughter, we were having fun. I used to be with my close friends. We used to eat out. Me and my daughter used to cook at home, set up my full garden on my terrace, all these things, and get a lot of things which were pending for years in the house that got completed, and all these things.
No insecurity?
I think I was very happy about it. I didn't have that kind of a insecurity because I had support from everyone who are close to, because Mukta was ready. Tu jab kuch kholega, I'm there behind you. My brother was there. Don't worry, dekh lenge. So I was very, very confident on that.
When did you choose this current lot of partners and start this enterprise?
See, we knew, like, we did a pop-up in Singapore.
This is Amit Khanna.
Amit Khanna, we did a pop-up. Bini, I never knew. But Amit, I knew because we did a pop-up, and that time we interacted a lot. because he was in Singapore all the time. He was there every day.
And he's an Indian accent fan. He's loved
and
your food.
from Indian accent, I know him from like 2012 or 13 onwards. I know Amit Khanna from that time. So yes, he was also interested and all. Yes, there were some talks with, but nothing. So whenever I want to open a restaurant, I would open with you only. Otherwise, I will not open. So that kind of a thing were there.
And Binny?
Binny, Amit got Binny.
That's Binny Bansal, formerly
Binny
of
Bansal,
Flipkart.
yeah. So I met him in Singapore only, Binny, and I find him just like a very like normal person, like no airs. He's a simple man kind of a person. I know when I met him, he was perfectly fine.
So then when you decided to start a restaurant, the obvious thing would have been an Indian accent type fine dining. But you didn't do that. Why?
Yes. So my idea was we got 3 spots finalized. First one was in Singapore. Last moment. Even I got my chef and Shubham, all of us, we went there. We interviewed staff and everybody. And after that, it fell off. Then another place in Latians, Delhi, almost everything was final. Money, everything. But last minute it fell. Then we got a site in Gurgaon, and LOI was signed, everything was signed, but suddenly something happened and they backed out and that. And in the meantime, this place happened. This
you had to tender for, right?
I tender, but I didn't know. I didn't know tender this place exists. So Mariam Rishi sent the photograph of a screenshot of an Instagram post by Sundar Nursery to Mukta that please give this to your friend, show it to him, he might be interested. So Mukta asked, okay, I'll send it to Mr. Khattar. She replied, no, your friend, Manish, I'm talking about. And then she sent me, and then I came and saw the site, and it happened.
It's a wonderful, wonderful location.
But
what I do know is that you refuse to poach anyone from Indian accent. There are people here who may have worked in Indian accent in the past, but there's nobody you took from that existing team.
Existing team, not a single person.
Then there was pressure on you to do lots and lots of Indian accent dishes. You've done 1 or 2 with variations, but this is a completely different menu.
This is mostly different menu. See, I'm the chef. I have a style of cooking, so which is different from rest of people. So it shows. It shows in my dishes. Yeah.
Wasn't that the challenge?
It was a challenge. And I think I was in a dilemma, okay, whether to do it or not. And I think I spoke to you, and you gave me that argument of a Michael Jackson and Kishore Kumar concert.
Yeah.
And that argument I really bought. That is absolutely a correct argument.
Why do you call this restaurant Nisaba?
Nisaba is a goddess of grain in different ancient cultures, Sumerian and all. But the first thing I wanted a name which is cool, international, and easy on tongue. And we got this connection of goddess of grain. It is like
frankly, it's a bit obscure, no? Goddess of grain.
Goddess of grain. But the Nisaba means goddess of grain, yes.
Yeah, but it's not exactly the kind of thing you would expect. Though, what do names matter? Who knows what Comarin means?
Honestly.
It's true. Yes. So tell me about your new restaurant.
We are calling it Nisaba. And in this restaurant, Nisaba, we are doing a lot of things.
So how happy are you with the new restaurant?
Nisaba, I'm really, really happy that finally it happened.
When you opened, I thought it would be a huge success. In fact, I stuck my neck out and I said, this will be the hottest restaurant in Delhi. But you didn't believe me. You weren't sure, no?
I think that was the entrepreneur part of me, new entrepreneur part of me was talking about. I was confident about my cooking and everything. It's been, I think, 9 days of this restaurant. I've started working on the next changes on the menu. It's already.
But in those 9 days, Manish, it's been such a success that your reservation system is collapsed because it can't take this number of bookings. That doesn't happen in Delhi, no?
So yes, Indian accent started slowly. Comedy, it happened, but there were no reservation, and comedy was more casual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is unprecedented for Delhi.
And yes, I've got calls from so many people congratulating me, which honestly speaking, it was totally unexpected. Like Mrs. Shobna Bharatiya messaging me and congratulating me on a restaurant opening. And see, congratulations, chef. I'm so happy that you have started a restaurant. Mr. Sanjeev Goenka from Calcutta messaging me. I'm so happy that you have started a restaurant. So they don't have to. But these, and so many people like them messaged me that they are congratulating me and happy about opening a restaurant.
Oh, we're getting some of your food. Thank you. That's a lot of food, chef.
A lot of food. Yes.
Thank you. So we've been talking about Indian accent in that kitchen. Now here we are at Nisaba, and this is your new food. How much of this could you have done in the old days of Indian accent, and how much of it is different? Give me an example from any of these dishes. Let's take jammy eggs, which has now become your signature dish at this restaurant.
This is completely different. I never thought of doing this when I was there. Then baked rasmalai.
This
is baked rasmalai.
Okay.
So that is my Calcutta visits, and that 2 times in last year I went to Calcutta, one for the Mr. Sarkar's event and the second for that culinary culture. And both the time I got this thing from Calcutta, and I really loved it. And this dish was first, I perfected it in my home kitchen. Because at that time I don't have the kitchen. So I came, I started making, I sent it to few friends to try, and before coming to opening this kitchen for trials, this dish was
already in your mind.
Perfected in my kitchen, home kitchen.
Okay, what is this? The meat dish?
This is, we call it a Mortihari mutton or a Champaran mutton, whatever. But it is a Bihari kind of a mutton, which is like a onion and garlic based mutton. There's no tomato into it. And the sattu kachoris are like sattu and hing kachoris, which is like in Bihar we eat puris and kachoris with anything. Like.
Okay, I'm going to come back to this because this was not an Indian accent dish in any form. I want to ask you about the samosas.
Samosas and dal muradabadi. Yes, dal muradabadi was first, I think 2012.
It was an
something
Indian accent
like
dal.
Indian accent dal muradabadi.
The idea of putting samosas in it?
So, this is now.
What made you do it?
Because again, there's a classic combination. People eat it with samosa. Like it's a samosa and dal ki chaat.
But they don't eat it with dal muradabadi, do they?
In some places, yes, but yeah, it is not that common.
And this is the craziest thing which shouldn't work, is chips, right? So crisps, potato wafers, served with ice cream. And the ice cream has, if I remember correctly, a drizzle of miso caramel.
Miso caramel, yes.
It's mad. What made you do it?
This is like a chips and ice cream. It's a
well-known combination. Every time
I don't know.
Ice cream, come on, it's a crazy idea.
Chips and ice cream. Like it was honestly, the idea is from the background of jalebi fafda, jalebi poha, savory and sweet. Savory and sweet. In Bihar, we used to eat save with bundi, which I put it on a common menu, save with bundi, which was a weird thing. Then when I did for everyone the trials, I said, this is weird, chef. How can we do this? But it was working because it was sweet and savory. So first idea was that. And for one,
you make your own chips?
Yes, we make our own chips. We make our own chips
every day.
Every day. Chips,
and you make your own ice cream.
This is ice cream. Is our own ice cream.
It's completely bizarre. It works.
So it's sweet, savory, great texture. I think for any dish, these things work when you have a different combination of flavors and the texture. It helps.
This will become a classic. This is very unusual. This is a variation on a favorite. This is a complete invention. Mad enough to work, I think. Yeah. This one I want to talk about because everywhere you go in India now, people say Champaran Gosht. And they say it's a great Bihari dish. So when you ask where did you see it, they say, oh, Manish Mehrotra put it on the Common menu, and that is why we've got it. Though, of course, we're changing it slightly, and everybody has their own variation. So, Manish Mehrotra, where the hell did you get Champaran meat from? Nobody in Bihar has ever heard that name.
See, it was when I was growing in Patna, I never seen Champaran mutton.
So then,
So, but Bihari kind of a mutton was around, जो हमारे दुकान में स्टाफ बनाता था या घर पे सर्वेंट से लोग बनाते थे. That kind of a dish was always there, that mutton dish or a chicken dish. So it is something with that.
so you knew that there was this kind of mutton. Why did you call it Champaran mutton?
Because at that point of time, I saw a lot of shops opening, like 8-9 years back near my house. There was a Patna museum, and that road suddenly shops started popping up, calling Champaran mutton, Champaran mutton, Champaran mutton.
And you are a Bihari.
I'm from
And
Patna.
you've grown up in Bihar.
I've never seen.
And you've never seen it.
Never seen. So suddenly at that time, I saw these shops popping out. It's hardly a kilometer from my house. So then that is like Champaran mutton. Then I did research. Then somebody said it's Ahuna mutton. It is from Jaiswal Ji ka restaurant in Motihari and all these things. So yeah, but it was different. So
But yours is actually, this is different even from the Common mutton, no?
it's a bit different from that because I changed the recipe in a bit when I did it here. It's a completely bizarre way of making it, but
You're still putting in the whole clove of garlic.
no,
You're not.
we are not. We
Which used to be the signature in the old days.
We used to put,
Yeah.
but now in this we don't put the whole garlic.
And also Champaran mutton everywhere else is pretty oily, no?
It is oily.
Yours is not that oily.
But our method of cooking is completely different. Completely different.
So if I was to ask you, if I ask Champaran mutton is a dish you made famous, and you made Champaran famous also, but that's a different matter. Jammy eggs is eggs Florentine, made in a way that no French chef would ever imagine they could make. Baked rasmalai is a new thing. I've never seen it before. This is an unusual idea, taking one very popular dal from the Indian accent menu and changing it with samosas. This is completely bonkers creation. Which one are you proudest of?
I think overall, if I see my earlier life and this, like earlier job and this, I would say all these dishes, I'm really, really happy that it came into picture. Because Dal Muradabadi is one of my classics which people remember. And when I was putting it on a menu first, everybody laughed on me. Who's going to eat Muradabadi? Like moong ka dal. Nobody's going to eat moong ka dal. Then when first time we made this mutton curry, everybody's saying it's a usual mutton curry. There's no
Isme kya hai?
different. Isme kya hai?
Yeah.
And chips again. Menu we did it with a raspberry powder, which I got it from London. But this one is even more tasty than this one. And baked rasmalai, I told you, like baked rasgulla say idea and perfected in my home kitchen. This one.
If you take these dishes, which are wonderful, best food you've ever done, and you take your Indian accent classics, and I said, what are your 5 greatest dishes? It's like saying choose among your children, but which are your 5 greatest dishes?
Blue cheese naan.
Blue cheese naan, all right. 1.
Potato spear chaat.
Okay.
Pork ribs. Mitha
Potato
chaat.
spear
pork
chaat, explain that because we haven't talked about it.
Potato spear chaat is again a chaat, but the Bombay kind of a chaat where you have a aloo tikki and a ragda at the bottom. So here we created. One day I was going through this home appliance shop where you get home ka things, and I saw this tea strainer which used to open it like this, and you put tea inside and you
Put it in the water
for brewing. So then I saw and I handled it. It used to open. I said, "Lacha tukri to banti hai, but lacha tukri is 1 into inside. This is ulta lacha tukri. It can work." And I bought one and I got it in my kitchen, did the grated potatoes, filled it inside, and it came out like a ball. I said, nah, this works. This can be my aloo tikki.
So we've got the blue cheese naan,
potato
the
spear
spear
chaat, mitha achar pork ribs,
okay,
then dal muradabadi, doda barfi treacle tart, daulat ki chaat. And kulchas, people know, like butter chicken kulcha and all that. Yeah.
this you don't count.
This from the Comarin menu, again, there are
Oh, I
different
see.
things.
Now you got different things. Okay, from
So-
common menu, what are your 5 favorites?
Chini malai toast,
Okay,
wasabi dahi batata puri,
okay.
champaran mutton, sweet corn khichdi, and sikh kebab.
But what many of them have in common is that while you turned your back on the standard Punjabi food that many Indian restaurants would serve all over the world, you went for the streets, you went for chaat. You were probably the first chef to do it. Gagan Anand did some chaat, but not the way you did it. So what drove you to the streets?
See, it was not at all properly represented in a restaurants because there was a clear demarcation of street and restaurant. So it was really not. It moved till the Haldiram levels of the places, but not in a restaurant way. So that was a gap which I really wanted to fill, that these things are worthy of being served on a good environment and on a tablecloth kind of a restaurant also. So this thing, and 1 or 2 things were happening in London also, was just the tikki and samosa chaat, where usually tikki comes from outside, samosa comes from outside. Nobody used to make their own samosas and all.
But everything at your restaurants comes from inside?
Yes, all these things
Even
are
the
made. Chips we make, our own chips, puris, samosas are made. All these things are made in house.
Oh, wow. It's amazing food. As he's been sitting here, I assume you actually made it, but it was very, very, very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
So what happens next?
At the moment, we are going to concentrate on this and make sure the menu becomes perfect. And there's no perfect menu, but menu becomes really, all the dishes become popular. That team settle down a bit, because team is still, we are still figuring out few things. So that is one thing which I want, it should settle down. And then second one totally depends on location, but either a Thai or a fine dining concept.
Why a Thai?
I really want to do a Thai. That is what I want to do.
As good as your Thai is, there are 12 people in Bangkok whose Thai is better than yours. Why are you doing it?
Definitely. But I understand India palate and I understand India market
That is
better.
true.
So that is why I want to do that. Because when I took Indian accent to London, I think I failed a little bit because I didn't anticipate London Indian palate.
No, I'll tell you what went wrong with Indian accent in London. You were opposite Gymkhana, which is a fun restaurant, and you jokers went and did tasting menus and made it all boring and solemn. Obviously, you're not going to succeed.
So we didn't understand the London Indian market. So, but here I understand. I think I understand a little bit of Indian palate and what Indian sensibility of Thai food. So I think I'm working on a menu. I'm not sure.
Thai menu.
A Thai menu. I've started working on a Thai menu. Yes.
I've stopped saying things are bonkers after you made the ice cream and chips thing work. So maybe that will work. Fine dining is the obvious way to go.
Yes, but smaller.
Bombay or Delhi?
Preferably Delhi.
Yeah, everything.
Preferably Delhi.
Who will succeed you? Where is your legacy? Who are the chefs you see coming up who will succeed you? I mean, you're young, you're not dying tomorrow. I don't mean it that way, but I just mean carrying the legacy forward.
There are a lot of chefs who have worked under me and they are doing very well.
Okay, so let's take Himanshu Saini out of the mix because he's like the biggest star to have emerged from your kitchen. But who else?
Rijul
Gulati.
Who
does the Bombay restaurant?
Bombay restaurant. He's very, very good. Then there is a Indian accent London chef called Parminder Singh.
Okay.
He is doing very well. Then Indian accent New York chef called Chetan Shetty.
He left, no?
He left. He left
left
long
and
back.
went to Washington.
Washington, he got 1 star.
Well, the restaurant got 1 star after he left.
After the day he left.
Because of, the day he
He
left.
didn't got the
Yeah.
call. So they didn't call the restaurant for 1 star, and next day. So he is, but only thing is he has to be a little bit more focused. So he can be a...
And apart from the non-Indian accent chefs, who do you see and admire?
Hussain.
Yeah, you've said this before.
Gresham.
Why Hussain?
Gresham and Hussain.
That's Hussain Shahzad.
Hussain Saizad, yeah.
Why Hussain? I mean, I agree with you, but
2,
why
3
Hussain?
different things. What? First thing, whenever I see, there's a hunger in him to learn, which is must for any chef. He is so eager. Whenever we talk about food, he's really concentrate and understand what people are saying. So one thing is hunger in him. Second thing, again, he's ground to earth.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
versatile, no? Versatile.
Versatile.
He can make a success of Papa's, a success of Goan restaurant, take over Bombay Canteen, transform it.
So I would say he's grounded. He's very, very grounded.
Gresham.
The bindas nature of him. First thing, he is not scared.
No, he's not.
He is the only chef I saw who was not scared.
He's walked away and come back. And
that's what I'm saying. Like, he's not scared. He is not worried what people will say. All of us sometimes worry what people will say. But he is one chef, I would say, he doesn't care what people. He is doing because he loves doing it.
Yeah. He's a very nice man. What about Gagan? Because Gagan and Manish are always spoken about in the same breath.
Honestly speaking, Gagan is far more innovative than I am. I still play around with the traditional flavors and all these things, nostalgia. And Gagan is far more innovative than me. And in terms of outgoing and as an artist, Gagan is far superior artist than me, I would say. The magic he create around his food is great.
That's quite a tribute, no?
Yes, it is. It is, I would say. The magic he creates around his food is amazing.
Okay, so if I was doing this interview with you 1 year from now, and this restaurant was still packed, we'd have to get out because the crowds are waiting outside, would you be sitting and writing a Thai menu?
I think so. By the time I think I will be done with that Thai menu, I'll be finished.
So you'll be opening a Thai restaurant by then?
I'll be finished because now, see, earlier I didn't have a kitchen.
Yeah.
Now I have a kitchen to do the trial. So once this kitchen will settle down, I'll start doing trials for my Thai food. Slowly, dish by dish.
Yes. Okay, so Manish Mehrotra, I shall come back and you can make me pad Thai and red curry, and we'll do this conversation all over again.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you.